Good morning, YouTube. Motomaster X5 here. Just driving along on another snowy winter day. A lot less snow than yesterday. Yesterday was, roads are pretty bad. Today's a lot better. Actually on time for once, so that's always good. Oh, coffee. I require this coffee. This is hot coffee. Oh shit. Should have known. Do not require the coffee yet. Oh, I'm so sick of there always being salt on my windshield. It still looks like shit. Maybe it's condensation. I don't know. Windshield's all shitted up. Why do we creep so slow? Stop creeping and just stop. God damn it. Oh my god, like this. Why did we inch up right there? What was the purpose? Why do we move so aggressively just to stop again? Looks like everyone's going, and then all of a sudden, nope, turns out we're not going. What probably happened was the light turned green and everybody inched up to the car in front of them, even though like no one had actually started to go yet. So then it made less of a gap, and then it's a bunch of bullshit. It's one thing I love where I live. I just hate how far out of the way I am from everywhere. Like, I'm nowhere near any freeways or interstates or anything. So like, most of my drive in the morning is down one road that basically has to make way for all the traffic in all the suburbs in my area to getting to the interstate. So basically that's why it's always like crowded and stop and go, because you have all the suburbs. This morning's actually not bad, but you have all the suburbs with people trying to get to work at around the same time, you know, between 7 and 8 o'clock. And you have the schools too. Like there's a school right there I'm passing. I live right near a school. So you end up with all this traffic, people trying to get to the interstate. Once you get on there, it's fine, because I think most people go into the main part of the city, whereas I go to the north area. So I actually get on and then I don't merge the same way most people go. So it clears up for me pretty well once I hit the interstate. But man, this is like a third of my total driving distance getting to the interstate, but it takes usually 2/3 of my time driving because it's stop and go, usually heavy traffic. Moderately heavy. I say heavy. You guys who live in big cities like Chicago and New York would probably laugh at me, because I don't honestly know traffic like that. I've never really driven in a big city like that. So for me, this is heavy traffic. Some of you guys, probably not so much. Oh, and actually, once we get on the interstate, I'm going to leave my AC on and do my same test I did in the last one. That other video where I was comparing the two Mazda 3s, because a lot of people were saying that I had the AC off in my car, which I don't know what the AC really does in the winter, if it's just used to dehumidify the air. Actually, I'll just leave it on now. Because when you hit the auto button, even in the winter, the AC comes on. I don't know if the AC itself's actually running or if it's just saying it's on standby so it can run if it gets cold, or what the hell it means. But I think when I looked in the manual, it actually runs like basically to condition the air, probably dehumidify it. So I'm going to leave the car in 6th gear and put my foot down again like I did last time, and I can almost guarantee it's going to pull exactly the same way as it did. I don't really notice the engine bog down much when I have the AC running. It does vary slightly at lower speeds, but it doesn't really make much of a difference. See, this is where you guys, I really need to get a better camera mount for this, because you can't see really far up ahead. This is where you have multiple lanes of traffic of people trying to all get onto the interstate. So we have a 2-lane road here merging with a 2-lane road there, and 2 lanes. I mean, there's a light, so it's not like chaotic. And that splits up to a 3-lane, which then goes to the interstate. So it's really not terrible, but we shall see. Squeak. ahead and sneak on over there as everyone hits the brakes. Oh God, why? This is madness, I tell you. You have people merging over at the last second, you have, which I'm guilty of doing sometimes, so I can't say anything. You have people who are leaving at the last second. You have people, it's a 2-lane on-ramp, and people panic and think they have to get all the way over when they don't. If you're in the middle lane, you still get on. And it's just, it's a cluster, usually. Cluster of BS. Ah, salt on my windshield. Oh yeah. There's no reason for me to need third gear right now other than I want to open it up. Although I can't because there's a car D-blocking me next to me. Oh my God. You fucking cock blockers. Cock block. Cock block. Cock block. Old guy in his Porsche. Gonna blow his dick off. Dick Porsche. Bunch of cock blockers. He was literally behind me, saw my direction I'll go on, and then he went over and blocked me. What a cock block. I'm gonna cock block him. CB time. Cock block. Cock block. Cock block. Okay, we're getting to a nice open area. See, everyone's gonna start going that way. A lot of us are going this way, but most people go that way. So this is gonna open up. There's another on-ramp up here, so there's not really much room. What speed did I even do this at last time? Was I at 70 or 80? I can just do it from 70. I mean, there's 70, 75, 78. Gotta slow down already. But yeah, see, it's accelerating well in 6th gear, even though the AC is on. Or the AC is on, I don't know if it's actually running, I'm assuming it actually is, but it's the exact same test I did with the other car. The AC was on and it was cold. Whether or not that actually means it's running, I don't know, but... Whoa. So I'll do that test one more time once it opens up more. There's a few exits here a lot of people get off on, because I don't feel comfortable, you know, hitting higher speeds and heavy traffic when the roads are shit, or even if the roads weren't shit, it's kind of sketchy and not safe. Ah, alright, so 70. Put my foot down, going up a sliding climb now, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, that's going up a sliding climb too. That's leaving it in 6th gear. Okay, I'm going to let off now. I'm not going to bother hitting 100 today because the roads aren't slippery per se, but they are wet. And in this traffic, with it being cold, I'm not going to push my luck. But yeah, so you can see having the AC on or off doesn't make much of a difference. If I turn it off, still doing the same thing. 75, 80, 85. So, I mean, I'll leave it off now. But it really doesn't make much of a difference in the acceleration. I don't know, I know some cars are smart enough just to turn the AC off when you accelerate, so it could be doing that. Or, I mean, an AC probably only uses a few horsepower, and when you have 184 horsepower, losing like 4 horsepower isn't going to be very noticeable. Granted, I won't be putting out a full 184 at low RPMs, it's probably putting out closer to like 100, 120, but I mean, the point is, it's not going to use a ton of power, and it doesn't noticeably affect my power either. Even in the summer, if I have the AC on, I don't noticeably lose any power. So, yeah, that's just a quick update there, so you guys can see that it really doesn't make much of a difference in my acceleration. This 2.5 liter just pulls like crazy from any gear. I shouldn't say like crazy, because I mean, let's face it, it doesn't pull like crazy. A Mustang GT pulls like crazy. Or like a Dodge Hellcat. This thing, it pulls really well though. For being a 4-cylinder commuter car that has some sporty attributes to it, it pulls well in any gear, is what I mean to say, comparatively to most cars on the road that you drive. But yeah, so that's enough about that. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up on the technology news, but AMD is finally catching up with Intel. They're releasing a new processor, the Ryzen processor, previously codenamed Zen processor. And it's looking good. It looks like it's going to be almost, or at least as fast as the previous generation of Core i5 and i7, the Skylake processors, at least IPC-wise. Let me make sure, okay. So, core per core, it should be pretty similar to the i5s and the i7s. And you get a lot more cores, so you'll be getting like an 8-core, 16-thread processor to that hyper-threading for like $400. And even if it's like 5% slower or 10%, which would be pushing it, slower than an i5 or an i7 core per core, you have a lot more cores than an i7 for $400. So, I mean, I'm really considering building a PC with it. The only thing is I don't play games anywhere near as much as I used to, and I feel like it would kind of be a waste to build a new PC like that when I have an i5 2500K right now, overclocked to 4.5 gigahertz that I've had for like almost 5 years now. And thing's still running like a champ, even though it's been heavily overclocked since I bought it pretty much. Although it's only been running at 4.5 for the last like year and a half. I was running it at 4 gigahertz before. But the point is it's still running fine. It's not really affecting my frame rates in games much yet, although I can tell it's starting to in some games. But it is an old computer, so it would be kind of nice to get something more modern. So really debating building that, or building a computer with that processor. It's been a while since I built an AMD computer. Well, no, that's a lie. I built an AMD computer for my girlfriend because their price for performance is really good for a mid or low end system. And then I also built a media PC, which uses like a low power quad core, 25 watt quad core, which is pretty awesome. And that's an AMD. So I usually build AMD for low systems. Oh shit, we're gonna make this light. Nope, it's not making that light. So I've built AMD fairly recently. I think my mom's PC that I built her recently was also an AMD, if I remember correctly. So I mean, I haven't had an AMD in one of my personal rigs in a while. So it'll be weird going back to AMD. Not that it really affects your user experience that much once you build it. I mean, a processor is a processor. It runs programs, and you know, I should say an x86 processor is an x86 processor. Obviously, if you threw like a fucking PowerPC architecture in your computer, it's not going to do shit for running Windows. Unless Windows supports that, which I doubt. But that's getting off on a tangent. Because we have power! Yeah! Power! You're okay, buddy. I'm letting you in. So yeah. Kind of excited to be building a new PC, but at the same time it's very expensive. And I mean, it is tax season. I am getting my tax return back, but I was kind of planning on paying off some debt and also putting it towards a vacation fund. And a new PC is not fitting in very well with that, especially when I'm looking to buy a new bike at the same time. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if any of my followers are gamers at all, or PC guys, because I haven't really talked about this subject very much in my previous videos, so I'm assuming my few subscribers that I have, which thank you guys so much, I'd assume that most of you guys are, are not gamers, but I mean, that's probably a bad assumption. You could be. But I mean, I don't know what you guys think, if any of you guys are PC gamers, and what you think about Ryzen, or if you think PCs suck and consoles rule, or whatever the hell. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about Ryzen, if you have any opinions on it, or if I just confuse the fuck out of you. And then you can just call me a geek and a nerd and say mean things about me. I'll take it. I'll take it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So you have a good day. Stay dry and warm, and Hopefully you don't live anywhere near me where you have to deal with this bullshit for another month or so. And adios.